Hey everybody! Today I'm going to be filming my November favorites. I haven't done a favorites video for a while because it's been a while since I have really tried much for makeup, but I have tried some in the last couple of months, and some things are new, some things are just things that I haven't used in a while, and then I decided to retry and have sort of started loving again. So anyways, I wanted to show you some of the products that I have been using pretty much non-stop or every day for the last month or so. So let's get into it. Okay, the first thing I want to talk about is probably what I'm the most excited about, and that is my BH Cosmetics, the Carli Bybel collaboration that she did with them. And first of all, I just love her channel. I think she exudes a really positive energy. She seems to have a really humble spirit. Anyways, she collabed with BH Cosmetics and came out with this palette. It's got 4 highlight shades, or I suppose if you have a skin tone like mine, these last couple are more like bronzers, and then a selection of eyeshadows there. It's a pretty good range from light to dark. There are several mattes, several shimmers, so you kind of can make an incomplete look using this. The only thing that I would say is missing is one really dark shade. This dark brown, as you can see, is still really pigmented, but when I really want a lot of drama, I actually want to reach for like a black. But I'll just swatch a couple of these. I think they're really impressive, and I like that even the lighter shades have a lot of color payoff. And then I really like this highlight shade. That one I've been using a lot. And that's the one I'm wearing on my cheeks right now. No, it's that one right there. And I don't know, I think you can definitely see it, and I think it's really versatile. I used a lot of this today, and then I used the last 2 shades. I mixed those today for kind of my warm bronze look and on my forehead too. So I did check online before I did this video, and it's still available on BH Cosmetics website for $12.50, which I think is very much worth it. And yeah, I will leave a link to it down below. Hopefully it's still available, and I'm sorry if it's not, but it's very good and a good value for the money. The next thing is very much a rediscovered. I mean, not even really discovered, but I just have been using it a lot. It's my Real Techniques Beauty Sponge, Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge, I think is the actual name. It's sort of like a dupe for the Beauty Blender. I prefer it over the Beauty Blender because I really like this shape. This is dry right now. When you get it wet and squeeze it underwater, it expands to probably 60% more. And mine's dirty, I apologize, but I use this to apply my foundation today, which I will talk about in a minute, but I mainly am using this because I bought a couple new ones. I had stopped using it because it got really dirty, and I had washed it so many times that it had started to kind of fall apart, so I just wasn't reaching for it. But then my local Target started selling it, and for $6, I think it's a very good deal. And then I had a couple coupons, I think a $3 off Real Techniques item from Target, so I stocked up on a couple of these, and yeah, I think it's a very good product. The next thing is my e.l.f. contour palette. This is something that I have used every single day for the past couple months probably, and I really like it. I like that this is a cool tone for contouring, a warm shade for bronzing, and then a couple highlight shades, which I always mix together. This is what I'm wearing today, this contour shade, and then I set my under eye with the mixture of these two. This one does have some shimmer, but it's not a lot. So I can get away with putting it in my under eye area. And for that, I use my Real Techniques setting brush. So I combine these two, and then I just kind of dust it underneath my eyes after I do my concealer. And then I use this shade mainly to contour, and then I usually mix my brush between both of them to get my bronzing shades. So anyways, that I absolutely love. This is $6, I believe, which is also very much worth it, so I highly recommend this. Next thing is the foundation that I have been wearing a lot recently. If you watched previous videos of mine, you know that I'm obsessed with the Hard Candy Glamoflauge foundation, which you can get at Walmart. I'm still obsessed with this. I still think it's a really good foundation. It has really, really good coverage if that's what you're into. But we're getting into the colder months, and my skin is a little bit drier, so this does tend to kind of make me look a little bit patchy, and it clings to dry patches, and I'm running out of the shade that matches me the best, so I haven't been using this as much. But what I have been using is my L'Oreal True Match foundation. I just have it in one of these stainless steel pumps because I feel like it's a lot easier to apply this way, and I got a pack of these on Amazon. If you're interested, I think I can leave a link to these down below. I think I got a 3-pack for like 15 bucks, but it normally comes in a bottle like this. This is in the shade Warm 7, W7, which I do not use. I only have this so that I can mix with foundations to make it darker. But this is just a very versatile foundation. I do think it has really good coverage. It's what I'm wearing today, and I applied it with a sponge, which generally shears out my coverage a little bit too. But I think the coverage is really, really good, and I think that the stain powder is really pretty good. I think that it does, what am I trying to say, blend. It blends really well with my skin, and yeah, so I'm wearing it in W2. That's the other thing I love about it, is they have warm, cool, and neutral shades, so it's pretty much easy to find whatever shade you need. So that's my other favorite for now that I've been using pretty much every day. Another rediscovered favorite is my Pixi brightening corrector in Brightening Peach, I think is the actual tone. As you can see, I've pretty much used mine up. But I stopped using this for a long time, I think mainly because I got lazy. I was using it pretty much every single day and then I just kind of skipped it and I didn't think that it was making much of a difference. But I've noticed I noticed a few weeks ago just that my concealer was wearing away a lot faster in my under eye area and my darkness was peeking through a lot sooner than I would have liked it to. So then I went back to using this. I take a concealer brush after I've moisturized my under eye area. I take a concealer brush and I dab this under my eyes in the dark areas. I apply my foundation and then I go back with a concealer and I have absolutely been loving it. I think it really does a good job of concealing my under eyes and I think that it actually makes the concealer last a lot longer. It's almost like kind of like a primer too. So this I got at Target and this I think was $13. I don't know if that's 100% correct. It was probably a year ago that I bought it, but I do think this is really good if you have a lot of darkness underneath your eyes. So after I apply the corrector and then I apply my foundation, the next thing I've been using is my concealer. And I just purchased the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. I decided that I was finally gonna give this a try. Mine is in the shade NC15. It's pretty light. It's almost too light for me, so when I bought it about a month or two ago, it was still a little bit too light. But my tan has faded now that it's getting colder, and so now it works pretty well as a highlighting concealer. I still mixed it with a darker concealer, but I really like the application of this. I like the consistency. It gets a little bit messy around the top, as you can see, but a very good concealer. And for $20, I don't even think that this is that bad of a price because you do get a fair amount of product and the staying power is really, really good. So I've been really liking this. The last thing I wanted to talk about is my body spray. And I don't know, I am not really into perfumes. I don't really wear them a lot just usually because they're really expensive and also because it's almost like overwhelming to put them on. But I am disappointed sometimes with body sprays that after just a couple hours, I feel like it completely wears off the scent. But I recently got this one from Bath & Body Works. This is in the color. This is in the scent Warm Pink Chiffon. I love the way this smells. It's like, I guess what I like about it, it's very sweet smelling. So if you're not really a sweet person, you might not like it. But it sort of, to me, smells like floral mixed with cotton candy, if that makes sense. And I just absolutely love it. And I love that it lasts on me. So 4 or 5 hours later, it's not overwhelming, but I can still definitely smell it. And that's what I really, really like about it. So I think this was $6 originally, but you know how Bath & Body Works, you can always get good deals and you always combine it 3 for $12 or whatever. So I think this is a good value and it lasts really long. Those are all the products that I have been loving and using non-stop for the last month or so. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and I will see you in my next one. Bye.